A few days ago, I dropped a YouTube video showing you how to build a cool dashboard layout with Fluwy using some simple YAML files. And whoa, the response was awesome. I was blown away by all the feedback. So many of you loved it and wanted to know more. It's so great to see this excitement. But one big question kept popping up. How do I create my own Svelte components in Fluwy? You know, using pre-built components can only get you this far, especially if you're dealing with complex UIs or unique scenarios. And that's where today's game-changing hack comes in. I'm going to show you how to register your Svelte components in Fluwy. And it can be any component, making complex UI tests a whole lot simpler and giving you total control or complete control of your app. For those of you who are new here, my name is Marco Avila and I'm the guy behind Fluwy, where we're making UI development a breeze. If you're enjoying this content and want to stay up to date with all things Fluwy, make sure to hit that like button below and subscribe to the channel. And if you're already using Fluwy and have questions, feel free to drop a comment below or join our Discord community. Links are all in the description. All right, let's jump in and see how we can make Fluwy work its magic for you. So let's set the scene here. Imagine that you've got a dashboard layout and you want to build a custom component that connects to your API or performs some specific action. How you can do that? It's pretty simply in Fluwy, and it's ridiculously simple. So all you have to do is start creating your component and render it in a specific layout you have. Up to this point now, we don't have any layout for context. So we're going to create a context page in Fluwy. Inside our app pages, we're going to create a new context YAML. And as you're probably used to, I'm going to put this like this. This is going to be our context page. And if I reload this, we've got the context page working out of the box. So I want to render my component, and the name of my component is going to be context underscore table. And I want to render this component. So now if I go back and reload this page, you're going to see the error message from Fluwy saying, hey, the context table is not found. So I will just, for the sake of hot reload module, I will reload the server. Now I will create a context table component and register in Fluwy so Fluwy can render this component whenever it sees this key in our YAML file. Let's do this. I will go to source lib components folder and create a new context table.svelte. And this context is table.svelte is going to be something like this, for example, context table. And then I will register this, export this context table, and then this is what you have to do. I'm going to erase it here, and Fluwy has a register all function. So I can do a register all function from Fluwy. I can import it, and I can also do exactly what is suggesting here for me. Import all my components all at once and register them all. And as you can see, the context table is already here. And that's it. That's how easy it is. You can register your own Svelte components and start using it with Fluwy. Now, what if you want to take it a step further and add properties to your custom component, making it reusable? Let's dive into that real quick. So you can go to context YAML file, and let's say I want to change, put a URL to my component to render my component from an API. So what I'm going to do is basically connect my API here. I think it's 8055 items contexts, because I'm using a specific API with directives, and this is how I can fetch those items, right? And go to my component, my Svelte component, and create my script here. And how can I define, let's put a language for TypeScript. How can I define a property in my Fluwy component, whatever, right? How can I add a property? It's dumb, man. Sorry to say that, but it's ridiculous. It's just a Svelte property. So let's create an interface called props. This is not required, but it's just for type safe, to be type safe. So that's it. Now we have access to our property. As you can see, I'm gonna just display the property here, and boom, that's the property value being passed through the API, through our YAML files. So now let's make this a real thing, right? I wanna load the contacts on mount. So let's create another interface for our contacts and connect to our API. So this is gonna be ID, it's gonna be actually first name, last name, email, that's okay. And then I will create a contacts state, right? For contacts, right? Now, I want to load this. I want to load my contacts from the API. I will create an asynchronous function fetch contacts that is going to load accordingly for us. And I want to load this on mount as well. So that's actually not true. I want to just return the data.data here. And on mount, I want to import the on mount and make context call the await fetch. That's good. Now, as we can see, the contexts are being called and returned. Now let's create a list and load those contexts. That's it. I hope you enjoy it, and I think this is super easy and super helpful and gives you completely control of your applications. All right, if you found this video helpful and want to see more content like this, hit the like button below and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me continue creating valuable content for you all. And here's my challenge to you. What's the next thing you want to see in Fluwy? Maybe you want to explore the theme system or dive into API handling. Drop a comment below and let me know what you really want to see in Fluwy next. Thank you so much for being part of this journey. Your support means the world to me. And remember, learning is always better when we do it together. So let's keep this conversation going and build something amazing with Fluwy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.